All right, everybody. Jason Sloan made it back. Um, I'm here with Frittata Law Solutions. We got Jose Ornelas with us. How you doing, Jose?
Hi guys, I'm doing great, and you?
I'm doing good. So, we were gonna go live at the CRA, and unfortunately, the Wi-Fi out there was not very good at all, and I barely got the video uploaded. So we'll be watching the first part of it, and then the girls are actually working on editing the second part with Beacon. So we'll be talking to them about that in a second. If not, we'll be we can just go over what's going on with the Beacon stuff. So without further ado, here is the interview with Stephanie Pouse. All right, Jason Sloan here with Frittata Law Solutions, and I'm here with Stephanie Pouse. How are you doing today?
Good, thanks for having me.
So you won the 2021 Beacon Female Roofing Professional of the Year.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. So I seen some of your stuff, how you were like freaking out right before and everything. Like, what am I gonna do if I don't win? What am I gonna do if I win?
My post.
Yeah. So, obviously, what did you do with the money?
It went.
Did you go on a trip or business or what?
It's so funny. People were like, "Oh, are you gonna go on a trip? Are you gonna put it towards a boat? What are you gonna do?" And I was like, "Nope, it's going right back into marketing." So nothing that fun. It really went right back into the marketing.
Marketing helps your business, which puts more money in your pocket. So it's not a bad thing.
It's not.
Reinvest. No. A lot of people don't understand that. Like sometimes as business owners, we put a lot of our money back in, and it's like, well, why don't you have a big truck like that guy? It's like, because I'm going to be around in 10 or 20 years.
Yeah.
Like you work with your father, right?
I do. Roy is my father.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So are you from Colorado?
I'm from Chicagoland area.
Chicago.
Yeah,
okay.
From Chicago, and then moved here about 6 years ago. So we have locations in Colorado and Illinois.
Okay, so that explains that.
Yeah.
So, and how long was your dad in the business?
My dad's been in the business since he was 16, so he's been over 40 years in the industry. He was out on his own, pulled himself up with a bootstraps sort of concept. Started off as a laborer and worked his way up, and then we came together and we're kind of looking at his skill sets, my skill sets, and what that could look like if we started doing work we were doing for everybody else for ourselves, and that's how we launched.
Okay, and from what we talked about the other day, you don't just do roofing, right? You guys are doing all kinds of other stuff. So what else do you do?
Yeah, so we love the exterior side of things. We do roofing, gutters, siding, things like that. But we also have a really deep construction background. Mm-hmm. So coming from the commercial side of things, we were able to bring those skill sets back into the residential and commercial sector. So we focus on high-end interiors and then exteriors commercially and residentially.
Nice.
Yeah.
So with all that experience, and obviously you were working at the what's the name of the booth?
Oh, NWIR?
Yeah. What is this?
Roofing.
There you go.
Women in Roofing.
Okay. So obviously you have some other passions and stuff. Is there any other hobbies or anything that you guys do?
Yeah. So in the industry, you've probably heard this spiel before, but women make up less than 1% of the roofing industry. Mm-hmm. And so that was a big thing for us launching this company, was really heavily focused on how can we tailor the roofing exterior construction experience to women, because they make up such a large portion of the market share, but mm-hmm. aren't necessarily addressed or directly addressed or tailored to in regards to marketing or sales or customer service and things like that. So being able to change that process through Brahma Roofing Construction has been a big passion of ours. Onboarding more women onto our team has been a big passion of ours. Being a part of organizations like NWIR and helping educate other women on how we can collectively come mm-hmm. together, use our skill sets, educate, things like that is really important. Outside of work, mm-hmm. So I'm married. My husband is actually our director of sales. So our family is very integrated. So we actually have a conversion van. So we pop around, we love to camp, we love to go on long weekend trips. I have an awesome big fluffy dog. He comes with us. So snowboarding, skiing, when we go to the ocean, love that. So really just being outdoors.
Yeah.
As if I don't work outside enough, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I've worked at a roofing business or contracting, and there was women in sales, they crushed the guys without even trying.
Yeah.
The thing I think is part of the stigmata is, and I've said this because my mom has this, she doesn't like to hear no. Like if women are fine hearing no, they crush it. But and it's just,
I don't know what it is, but
yeah, I think though that when you look at that concept too, where it's, anytime all of our sales team is trained on this, right, is you're going to hear no.
Yeah, exactly.
People are not going to be interested. People are going to not want your services. People are going to have preconceived ideas of what roofing is, what construction is, and they're going to create this narrative in their mind before you even open your mouth to talk to them.
Yeah.
And so one thing that I think women are really good at, and quite honestly the men on our team are really good at this too, and maybe that's because they work with so many women, right? But is being able to hear that, but then dig a little bit deeper and understand where that's coming from. So being able to understand, well, why is it a no? Is it a preconceived idea? Is it because you don't need the service? Is it because you're already working with someone? What is the reason, the root cause behind that? And going that extra layer really helps us understand our customers and then how we're able to, if we're able to work with them, how we can best serve them moving forward. So
exactly.
That no is really creative because it's one of those things where you could take it at face value or you can genuinely and very intently try to learn a little bit more about why and where it's coming from.
Yeah, back when we were doing a lot of door knocking like 13 years ago, I mean, that was a lot of it was like collecting data. We didn't have all the stuff that we have now. I've talked about this a few times on the shows, and so I would talk, and I'd always ask for their name. Yeah. Right? And they wouldn't tell me, but at the end of the day, at the end of the conversation, I would shake their hand. Yep. And I'd say, "What was your name again? And what does it put in your head?"
That you already told them.
Yeah, exactly. So they tell me the name. So then I go back and I'd be like, "Yeah, we're doing the roof across the street. We just got it approved." And it was just, a lot of these guys have forgotten that. They're just so used to blowing through a neighborhood. And, it's great about building their reputation and getting those referrals. But guess what? You'll get a lot more sales even if you don't go door knocking at the beginning. Yeah. Go work the neighborhood. Go talk to some people. Have a barbecue or whatever. There's so many things you can do to take over a neighborhood.
I think being able to genuinely create those relationships, right? And that's something where I don't like to say that women are significantly better at it than men. I think that because my concept on how men and women work together is it's all about balance, right? Yep. It's being able to, the reason that we're advocating for women in roofing is because there's an uneven balance of women that are represented in this space, but together is really when we work best anyways.
Exactly.
There are so many men that are so willing to share their knowledge and educate and contribute to the growth of men and women in their companies and in their network. When we bring those ideas together and we have conversations about what works for you, what didn't work for you, what experience do you have that maybe I don't have, that's when we really create momentum within our companies. And I think that genuine connection, human to human, between team members translates then into our customers. So exactly what you said is learning from what other people have done, but then transferring that into what we're doing now, because door knocking after the pandemic is very different dynamic in regards to what people are open to. And so if you're not shifting what that looks like, you're going to be left behind. And so I think that being able to also have those open conversations is really important.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe you're there when they're doing when your guys are on the roof and then the neighbors across the street outside. Yeah. We've all seen that, the old guy that has nothing better to do and he's on his lawn chair watching you work. Okay, go hang out with him.
Well, coming from Chicago, front porches were a thing, right? Yeah. So you would sit on your front porch and you'd be able to see your neighbors and engage with your neighbors, and it wasn't uncommon. Yeah. Now that front porches are less of a thing and people are in their backyards, there's less of that interaction even with your neighbors. Yeah. And so I think that it's even refreshing for people that are outside. I mean, I've been on roofs before where people walk by and they'll wave and be like, "You find anything?" or "What are you looking for?"
Exactly.
Like? And I think that when they can just acknowledge that you're human, it creates a totally different dynamic. So really, honestly, just engaging in those conversations, touching base with them. How long have you lived here? What do you have going on? Are you retired? What do you do for work? And people love being able to engage in that and share a little bit about who they actually are, because then they feel a deeper connection. So I love the front porch talks, and I sit on my front porch and I have a cup of coffee or whatever it may be, and people drive by, and I think that it's kind of refreshing to see. Maybe it's a Midwest thing, but
I don't know. I mean, some of that, it's not as big a deal here, I think. Plus, in Chicago, you guys didn't have much front yards, right? Or where you lived, it was backyards. Like that, It was,
alleyways.
It was concrete and asphalt, right?
Yeah,
so you had your stoops, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Stoop kids.
Different setup. So, all right. Well, it was great talking to you, and we'll probably have you on again soon. Yeah. And now we're gonna get off to Beacon.
Awesome. Hi.
Hi, I'm Bryn Karras. I'm with Beacon Building Products here in Denver, Colorado.
And I'm Riley Norgard, and I'm an outside sales rep as well here in the Denver Metro.
We wanted to talk to you today about Beacon Building Products bringing back our Women Roofing Professional of the Year.
So the editing is not done. I just wanted to give you guys a preview. So what we're going to do is I'll share the screen. I'm going to go over the rules and so forth so you guys kind of have a heads up. We will get that editing done with that video, and then we'll put that out later on, probably tomorrow or Monday. But here, I'm going to share my screen now. Let's see here. So, whoa, why is that doing that? Oh, it doesn't make sense. Let's see here. Okay. Hey, Jose, let's see here. Can you remove yours? No, remove your shared screen.
Oh, okay.
Technology, guys. There we go. I guess it was tweaking out. It had too many things going on. So anyways, female roofing professional of the year. Here's the rules. No purchase necessary to enter or win. The purchase will not affect your chances of winning. So this is all about the quality of people that they're looking at. The contest started March 8th, which we put out about that. And that's part of the reason we did this interview and we're sharing everything. So nomination needs to be between March 8th and April 11th. Everything will be reviewed between April 11th and April 28th. There'll be 5 finalists. Of those 5 finalists, will be published in March 16th to June 6th. There'll be open voting for the finalists. Then they'll identify and contact the winners. They'll be published, and there'll be a ceremony. So here's how you guys get this award. The grand prize, and then there's 4 second prizes. So the grand prize is $10,000. So that would go a long way towards either helping your business, or if you're killing it already, you can take a vacation or whatever you feel like, basically, with the money. The second prizes all get $1,000. So, and as far as eligibility, anywhere in Canada, in the 50 United States, and District of Columbia. So unfortunately, Puerto Rico, you're out. If you have an issue with that, I got some people at Beacon that you can contact. Just kidding. And there's some other information, and it's all available. So we have the link on everything that we've been posting. So that's all there. If you have questions, of course, reach out to your Beacon reps. If you don't have a Beacon rep, well, then talk to them about that. One of the things they were going to be talking about is the fact they have 500 locations. They don't just do roofing. They have stuff for gutters, windows, and siding. So they have a lot of stuff out there, and we'll be talking to them again in the near future. And then we'll be getting this video cut together and be having all that information as well. There's a lot more red tape here, which nobody probably will ever read. That's why I just went over the top section. If you feel like reading all this, cool. But what they did say when we were filming earlier was the fact that you want to have an essay. Whoever's nominating this person, it should be a couple pictures, and there should be, basically an essay that's under 500 words talking about what they do. And if you look, it's not just people that own businesses. It's anybody that works for a roofing company. So it could be, there could be, there's gals that we've, Roofer Girl, we interviewed her. She's on the roof. She's actually banging the nails and tearing off and everything like that, running the actual gritty business. Or you could have you might have the person, the little accountant lady, bookkeeper, or front end lady who's been working for you forever and she takes great care of you, you can nominate her. You know, wouldn't that be a great bonus for her? You nominate her, you talk about what a great job she's done and everything else, and all of a sudden, whether she gets $1,000 or $10,000, like, I mean, that's a bonus by you just taking a little bit of time to take care of her. So I think we're going to end it now because we don't have the rest of the video, but once we get that, we'll put it up. And as always, if you need help with your supplements, your estimates, or you just need to talk to us about some issues you're having with insurance companies, whether it's hail, wind, hurricane, fire, or water issues, you can contact me at 720-702-1938, and you can email me at jason@furtadolaw.solutions. I hope everybody has a great day and a great weekend, and we'll see you again next week. We're actually going to be talking to one of the guys from Roof Coach Pro, I think it is. Let me see. Got his card right here, I think. Yeah, Contractor Coach Pro. Nathan Tibetto, I believe his name is, and I believe the week after that we're going to have Randy Brothers on. So look forward to seeing you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.